So before working on any machine, please refer to your operator or owner's manual for further safety instructions. Hey guys, Tom here from Weingartz. Today we're going to be doing how to change out your deck belt. We're going to be working on a Cub Cadet XT1 with a 42-inch stamped steel deck. So we're going to go ahead right now and go ahead and take the deck off, show you how to do that, and then once we get the deck off, we'll show you how to take the belt off, put it back on. So to start, there is a 8mm bolt right here in the side of the frame. We're going to pull that out. That's going to take care of your belt guard that goes around the engine pulley. Once we pull that out, you're going to have 3 cotter pins, one at the front of the deck, and then you're going to have one on each side of the rear of the deck for the lift arms. Once you get all that taken off, there's a cable. On this one, it has a manual engagement, not the electronic engagement. With the manual engagement, it has a cable that runs back to the back of the deck, and it's held on by another cotter pin. Once you pull that pin, pull the cable, and take the spring off the deck bracket. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and take this bolt out, start taking the pins out, taking it off. So a little tip when you go to put this back in, I'll show you once we get to that far, but you want to keep in mind where this bracket pulls out of on the other side of the frame. When you go to put it back in, it has to go in the same spot so that way it doesn't hit the engine pulley when you go to put this back on. Now with these little butterfly clips, you can just generally pull them out. Some of them are kind of tough. You may have to take a pair of pliers, pair of needle nose to help you out with these, but otherwise you just pull them down and pull them out. All right, so now that we got our 3 butterfly clips out, we're going to remove the front bracket, remove the bracket on the rear of the deck, and to help, if you want, you can lift the deck back all the way to the top. That'll get the arms out of the way for you. We're going to go ahead and remove the deck belt off the engine pulley on the front. Pull the deck out so you can access the clip. Like I said, the clip does go through the cable on the front of the PTO. That's the clip for the PTO cable. So pull the cable out. You'll notice once we get the cable out, there's a little notch. So you'll pull the cable out away from the deck, and then you'll be able to slide it right out the little notch on the side. So that takes off the cable. The end of the cable is just a spring. That spring connects into the bracket that holds the idler pulley. So at that point, we'll slide the deck out. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the ground and we'll replace the belt. All right, so now we got our deck on the ground. We're going to go ahead and take our belt covers off. Going to need your 8mm socket again. All right, so now we got the 2 covers off. You are going to have to take off one of these idler pulleys in order so you can get that belt past the belt guide. So you're going to need a 14mm socket. And there is a nut on the bottom side. We'll use a 14mm wrench and we'll hold the nut on the bottom side just so we can get that pulley loose. So we're going to go ahead and replace our belt. You can get the Cub Cadet OEM parts at one of our 6 Weingartz locations or at Weingartz.com. So to reinstall the belt, if you ever need the belt directions, they are inside your owner's manual. With this one, you go from spindle to spindle on the back, and you loop it around the spindle and on the back side of the idler pulley. Want to make sure you get the belt inside that belt guide. And around to the front. Now we're going to go ahead and tighten down both our idler pulleys. And we're going to put our covers back on. Okay, now the covers are installed, we're going to go ahead and put the deck back on the tractor. Alright, so we're going to start first by putting our PTO engagement spring back on the deck idler arm. Push the arm out. Push the spring through. And we'll put our cable back in the deck holder. Put the cables back in, we're going to put our clip back in. And once the cable's reattached, we're going to put our belt back on the front of the deck. And I'm going to reattach the belt cable, or I'm sorry, we're going to reattach the belt guide, just keep the belt in place while we hook up the rest of the deck. We're going to attach the rear arms first. We're going to attach it. There's a stud that comes out of the deck shell. It's going to go through the hole in the bracket. Going to put back on our clip. Attach the other side. Make sure our belt stayed around the engine pulley. Reattach the arm in the front. All right, now we're going to lift the deck up. Make sure all our bolts are tight, hardware's tight, and test.